This is how the room may be set up. Each kit comes with a lesson plan that you can also find at wolf-ridge.org/resources. These are the supplies that each table will have. Printing is the oldest and still most important medium for mass communication. To begin, talk about the history of block printing, which can be found in the lesson plan. Discuss the 4 basic types of printing. This activity uses the relief printing method. The first step in the process is brainstorming. The theme for the block prints is natural history. As a group, brainstorm things you may have seen, heard, smelled, touched, or tasted in classes at Wolf Ridge so far. There are examples in the lesson plan. You may refer to the poster with examples as well. Have students trace 2 blocks on the white sheets of paper. This is where the students can practice before creating their final product. Remind students to keep their designs simple. Remember to print and carve all words backwards onto the block. Next, students must transfer their image onto the block. Feel the block and decide which side is bumpy and which side is smooth. Cutting will be done on the smooth side. There are a couple of methods to transfer the image. Students may simply redraw the picture on the block, or you may turn the image over, cover the back of the paper with pencil lead, then place the drawing over the block and firmly retrace the drawing. Students must decide if they want their print to be a white line or black line print. If students cut away the lines they drew on the block, it will be a white line print because the lines will not show. If students carve away everything but the lines they drew, they will get a black line print because the lines will print. Stress the importance of keeping the non-carving hand behind the blade. Remind the students to press the V-gouge firmly but gently where they wish to cut. Students will get a feel for the correct pressure. It's easy to go back and cut more, so students should start slowly. The edges of the block can also be used to make border patterns. Students may then take their finished block to the ink station for printing. They may choose a piece of colored paper. Each printing station will have a roller, an ink tray, ink, and a knife. Place a small amount of ink on the ink tray with the knife. The paint may need to be mixed first. Using the roller, roll the ink over the ink tray until there is an even coat on the roller. It should sound like a car tire on wet pavement. Too much ink will obscure the print. Then roll the ink over the block in an even layer. Carefully lay the block in the correct position on the paper and press it down gently. Too much pressure will cause the print to smear. Carefully lift the block off the paper. After printing one print, students may wish to do some touch-up carving. Simply wash and dry the block and do any more carving if necessary. Put more ink on the block for each print. Make sure to wash and dry the block between each color. Clean up the entire printing station by washing all ink trays, rollers, knives, and blocks. Wash the outside of the ink if necessary. finish printing their works, they sign and number each piece. Students may sign the prints in the lower right-hand corner and number them in the order in which they were printed. A title for the prints can go in the lower left-hand corner. Each student should take their block and prints home. Clean up by brushing any rubber pieces into the garbage can, putting all supplies back into the kit, folding tables, and stacking chairs. Please put all materials back on the labeled shelves in the kit room. If there were any issues with the kit, such as low supplies, please inform your liaison. I hope you enjoy your experience with block printing at Wolf Bridge.